The Riot interviews.
It is The Riot on RadioU.
So I think Wolves at the Gate falls under a tradition.
Oh, man, we've talked to Steve a lot from Wolves at the Gate, and this year we're changing it up, Nikki.
We're really changing, but it's normally at Christmas time we catch up with the guys.
We always catch up with Wolves at the Gate at Christmas, and so I'd like to introduce you to St. Nicholas.
Aw, St. Nick. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I am we just got back from Germany, so we're just kind of living life at home for a little bit right now, and that's been kind of it was nice to get to go out and do the show, but it's also nice to be back home in America. So
How long do you guys go? Like when you went to Germany, how long was it for?
So we typically, it's about a week. So we'll leave like on a Wednesday to go to the airport, and then the plane won't actually, by the time we get off the plane, we won't be in Germany until Thursday morning.
Ah, sure.
Because of the time difference. And then the festival that we play every year is usually Friday and Saturday, and then we fly out on Sunday.
So for you, what is a Christmas rock night tradition? Like when you get over there, what is it that you have to see or have to eat or have to do while you're there?
Dooner. Dooner would definitely be that.
Now, see, we always call it donor. Is it Dooner?
It is Dooner. There are two dots above the O.
Yeah.
And it actually makes a U sound.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's how they pronounce it. Yeah. There's this so if you go out of the hotel and go down the street, there's a little Turkish shop that sells lamb, that sells Dooner, and they have like Dooner pizza, which is delicious. I tried that for the first time this year, and it's fantastic. So, which is basically just cheese pizza with lamb on top of it, and
it's good. Well, that's a shame because we always call, like, when we go to the Dooner place, we're like, we'll have donor. So of course, he's like, probably not even correcting us. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He just wants our money. Now, Nick, I've got to tell you, now, I've been promising Nick for like a year that if he would come in, I would buy him lunch.
Yeah.
And of course, he was available the day before Thanksgiving when we were all gone. But Nick, I'm telling you right now, the next time you come in and we will buy you lunch and we will take you, there is a Dooner place that is not far from here, and you can tell us if it's legit or not.
That sounds awesome. Well, funny you should say that because this weekend actually is like the official date, quote unquote, I guess. But starting the beginning of the year, I will be living in Columbus.
Yay!
I will no longer live in Dayton. So maybe there will be more hangout opportunities there.
I think that'll be good.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. Yep. You whenever you get yourself right
to the studio,
then you get yourself over here, and like there's some Dooner in your future for sure.
Lunch.
For sure, man. So hey, let's talk about you. Like we've talked to Steven a couple times, but what about you?
This is Nick from Wolves at the Gate.
This is Nick from Wolves at the Gate. Mm-hmm. What about your Christmas traditions? Like what will you get up to next week?
So normally, like for me, like my biggest thing is just like family time.
Yeah.
So it's been a tradition that that's been going on since probably I was a kid. Usually like since our family has expanded, like all the cousins or like the older cousins are starting to have kids and stuff. And they usually spend like some of the like personal holidays, like Thanksgiving and like, Easter and all that. They'll spend that together, by themselves. But Christmas and I think 4th of July are the two that we do every year where the entire family,
all comes
young
together.
And old, everybody comes together. Yep, we get them all together under one roof. And our biggest thing is the Christmas Eve thing. My grandfather started that tradition many, many years ago. And that's like our big thing. We make sure we can get everybody in on Christmas Eve, and we usually go to a church service, or sometimes we even have like a reading and, have a service in our home, and we kind of sit and we pray and just kind of commune with everybody and catch up and see how things are going. And, because some people, we don't get to see for months on end or even a couple years. And, especially me, like Dayton's, an hour and a half from where I live. So I don't really get to
see everybody.
Family time.
Yeah.
So that's our big thing is Christmas Eve.
Well, that sounds fantastic.
Oh, lots of family, lots of love.
What's the food? What's the food situation like? What are you going to eat? What's your Christmas food?
Gosh. It's funny because like we don't ever have like a specific food because my family loves to eat, and I'm sure if you've heard Steve say anything about me, it's that food is my forte.
Anything goes.
Anything goes, anything and everything. Yep, as long as it doesn't kill me. So yeah.
And there's only one way to find out if it's going to kill you.
That's right. You gotta try.
Down the hatch. Best of luck, everyone.
Safety first. There we go.
Steve and Ben will tell you many a story on occasions, more than I would like to admit, where that is the case. So, but yeah, we kind of just bring everything. I mean, like turkey with Thanksgiving, that's like a tradition, kind of thing. But with us, we bring everything. We do turkey, ham, chicken, like all of the protein, like every bit of carb that you can think of, so like mashed potatoes. My grandmother always makes these like cheesy potatoes, slices that are, oh my gosh, to die for. Yeah, so it's just kind of anything and everything. Everybody brings something to contribute. So it's
nice.
Never like a set thing, it's always
pile it in.
Surprise. Yeah.
We call it whole hog.
Whole hog.
Whole hog.
Whole hog. I've never heard that before. But
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yep. Feel free to use that.
Anytime with your family.
We're talking to Nick from Wolves at the Gate. Now, Nick, looking forward into 2018, any tidbits of Wolves at the Gate news you want to throw our way?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a tour coming up starting in March, and it ends the whole tour ends in about the May time. But we're actually only doing like the little bit of the first leg of it, just because we all have family obligations. Steve and Ben have kids, so so they can't afford to stay out on the road for like the full 2 months.
Yeah.
It's the City Rock Fest tour that Disciple and Seventh Day Slumber do every year. They asked us to do it this year, and we thought it'd be a great idea, so we accepted. And yeah, typically it's a 2-month long tour, and there's like a 10-day break in between. But unfortunately, we can't afford to do the whole thing, so we're kind of only doing that first leg. But we're just kind of getting geared up for that, and we are in the middle of writing new music.
Yay.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to also spend time doing that amidst the crazy holidays and the family time and all that. So we're trying to just pump out as much as we can and get it locked down, and just hopefully have some material, have some finalized material to put out, soon. So
cool.
So because we've got lots of demos, lots of material to work with, but you know how that goes. It takes a while to kind of fine tune everything. So.
Sure. Well, this is Nick from Wolves at the Gate. Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
You sound very Santa-y right there.
Well,
Merry Santa. Yep.
Well, tell everybody we love them too, and we cannot wait for 2018 for you guys and new music too.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, we should have a Columbus and a Cincinnati date coming up soon. So with the City Rock Fest tour, so I'm sure you guys will. Hopefully, if we're on those shows, you'll be hearing about those. So.
Cool. All right, sounds good, man. Hang on just 1 second. We got to take Nick to lunch.
I know
Get
we
it to
do.
the Dooner.
Now that we've been saying it wrong the whole time.
I got to get to the Dooner. All right,
It's the King.
One of my absolute favorites, maybe almost my favorite. It's the Riot.
Want to hear more? Check out riot.radiou.com.